Hey guys, it's Michelle with Next Chapter Counseling. I got a question this week from somebody who told me that they've been in the dating scene for a couple of years and that the past few months they've noticed themselves starting to just really not enjoy it anymore, that they're not looking forward to going on dates like they used to. They're just feeling kind of down and hopeless about the whole dating process, and are they actually going to be able to find somebody? And overall, that they're just feeling pretty burnt out. They use that word in the question that they asked me. Basically, this is what's been going on and I'm feeling burnt out. What can I do? And I think that that's exactly what it sounds like is going on here. So the video today is going to talk about dating burnout, what it is, how to recover from it if you're experiencing it. So we can experience burnout in a lot of different areas of life. Burnout's more common than people think it is. You can experience burnout at a job. You can experience burnout as a parent with children. You can experience burnout with dating. You can experience burnout in lots of different areas. And if you Google like signs of burnout, you'll find a lot more information than I'm going to go into today in this video because I want to keep it brief. But the main points of burnout is really a feeling of fatigue, feeling extra tired, even if you've gotten sufficient sleep. So burnout feels more like a mental or emotional kind of tired than it does a physical kind of tired, though that can certainly be part of it. So if you're getting sufficient sleep and you're eating and fueling your body well in that way, but you're just still feeling really run down and fatigued, that is a common sign of burnout. Also, if in general you're just feeling hopeless or a sense of apathy, just not caring, not looking forward to things, not enjoying things as much as you used to, these can be signs of burnout. These can also be signs of depression. So it's important that if you have been experiencing these things for some time and you've tried a couple things on your own to bounce back and it's not working, talk to your medical doctor, definitely talk to your therapist about it if you have one, or consider finding a therapist, but get the ball rolling to get yourself help if you've been experiencing these things for, more than a couple weeks. Because burnout, like I said, it's something pretty common, but it's also something that is pretty treatable. So if you're trying to do some things for yourself to bounce back that aren't working, seek help for it. So with dating burnout, how I'm going to talk about it today, I'm basically just going to go into some things that I recommend for how you can recover from it and get the excitement and energy back around dating that hopefully you once had in the past when you were first beginning this dating journey for yourself. And I want to validate that dating is hard work. It takes a lot of energy, especially if you're an introvert, where socializing can feel more draining for you. It is not easy. It's putting yourself out there time and time again, and there's going to be letdown that comes with this because not every date's going to be successful. So it's pretty easy to get discouraged. I'm hopeful, though, that today what I'm going to suggest helps you feel more energized and excited about it than you have been, and helps you, just find enjoyment in this process. Dating is ideally supposed to be fun, so we want to figure out how to bring the fun back for you. So the first thing that I recommend is if you sense for yourself that you've been feeling burnt out from dating, if you've been finding yourself not looking forward to the dates that you've planned, it's starting to feel like a chore, even if the date goes pretty well afterwards, you just don't feel excited about pursuing this person. Yep, you're probably feeling burnout. And the most common thing that is recommended with any kind of burnout is that you first take a step back. So with dating, this can look like either reducing the number of dates that you're going on or the amount of time you're devoting talking to people prior to dates. So really reducing that, or taking a step back entirely. Unlike, say, workplace burnout, it can be really hard to take, say, a couple weeks off of work, but taking a couple weeks off of dating is a little more doable. Make a commitment to yourself to not engage in messaging with people, deactivate your profile temporarily if that's what it takes for you to step away. Tell people that if you do start talking to people, if they do want to go on dates with you, say, hey, like schedule it a couple weeks out, and hopefully people will be understanding and patient with you with that. But really start setting some boundaries for yourself of how to just not engage in this world for a little bit. For a lot of people, dating really can become like this second job. It can be very all consuming. People spend hours a day either swiping, responding to messages, or actually going on dates. That can take up a lot of your life. So figure out what that looks like for you to take a step back for at least a couple weeks and see how you feel after that. Some people take a step back for like a couple months. So decide on a timeline that would feel comfortable for you and try it out and see if that brings some of your energy back. See if you miss it at all. And see if you decide after a little bit of time away, okay, yes, this is something that I do want in my life again. So take a step back, see what happens. That's above and beyond the first thing that's recommended with burnout, is to take a break. So figure out what that break can look like for you. Then after you've taken that break, and when and if you decide to come back to dating and trying to meet people, one thing that commonly leads to burnout is going on the same kinds of dates over and over and over again. It can all start to blur together after you have gone on so many dinner dates, heard the same questions from people, asked the same questions of people. It just starts to feel really stale. And so the second thing that I recommend is that when you're going on dates with people, make sure you're going on dates that you feel excited about, that you're looking forward to, and hopefully finding things that the person you're going on the date with that they'll look forward to also. But I'm a big fan of choosing active dates, especially in the early stages of dating and getting to know people. Lots of times people are like, well, the best way to get to know someone is to go to dinner because then you can talk. That's true. Dinner does create a good opportunity to talk. It also creates an opportunity for awkwardness and pressure when you're just sitting across from this person trying to figure out what to say next or answering their questions over and over again. It's harder than people think it is. So I recommend picking a date that involves doing something together. So this could be like bowling or hiking or walking around an art museum or like whatever it is. Like pick something that you actually enjoy. And again, hopefully that your date will enjoy too. Talk about some options, but pick something that gets you excited and that gets you moving, not just sitting there talking. There's going to be plenty of time for that later on in the relationship, but you actually can learn a lot about someone from doing an active date with them. And that may get some of your excitement back for dating, is if you mix up the kinds of dates that you're going on. So that's the second thing I recommend. And the final thing that I recommend that a lot of people really don't think about is to have a plan for when the date is done, of what you're going to do to take care of yourself and recharge. I mentioned a couple minutes ago that dating can be especially draining for people who are introverted. So figure out what recharging is going to look like for you after the date. If the date went really well, this will be a way to like keep your good day going. If the date didn't go so well, this will be a good way for you to recover and take care of yourself afterwards. So, and again, this can be anything. This can be like reading a book. This can be calling a friend. This can be going for a walk. This can be anything that feels good to you, that helps you take care of yourself and feel good. It's also, it's really easy with dating to just like go on the date, come home late, just crash and go to bed, wake up, go to work the next day. Like I get it, and sleep is important. Don't get me wrong. However, it's important too to just take, even if it's just like 10 minutes when you get home from that date, to end your evening on a positive note. So you don't just come home, feel exhausted, crash, do something to help yourself feel good after the date. Because as I also mentioned, this takes a lot of energy. This isn't easy. This can be a lot of hard work. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself in this process. To sum up, the three things I mentioned today: taking a break from dating and see how that feels after at least a couple weeks of taking a step back. The second is to make sure you're going on dates that are exciting and interesting to you, that you're looking forward to. And the final thing is to do something to take care of yourself when the date is done. Even if it's just a quick 10-minute thing, do something to recharge and feel good about yourself when the date's complete. If you have a question for me, send it in an email, nextchapter.michelle@gmail.com, and I'll answer it in a video soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.